Need you. This life is more than just a read-through.
This life is more than just a read-through. I'm not gonna do it.
You don't know that song?
No, I know the song, but I'm not your monkey.
Can't stop the cops from engineering.
I'm not gonna dance for you. Just because you tell me to.
My will to live is disappearing.
Okay, so is this it? Are we doing it?
Yeah.
This is it.
Welcome. Everybody introduce yourselves.
I'm Robert.
Start with Robert.
I'm Robert.
And
I'm Robert.
And give us your favorite game from your childhood. And why?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, me.
Robert.
I'm Robert.
Me, Robert.
It's me.
Well, this is not a visual medium, Bob, so let's keep it simple.
Okay.
Alright.
Fine.
I like watching it. Monty turned off the visualizer. My favorite game from my childhood was probably masturbating when I had time. You know?
It's not a game.
Very short game.
I don't know, probably like Pokemon on the Game Boy Color.
Alright.
I like the PlayStation. You mentioned PlayStation. Say like Spyro. That was my first one. That was my first PlayStation game.
You really enjoyed Spyro.
Yeah.
I never played Spyro.
I mean, I 100%ed it.
I played Spyro at my aunt's house, and I always wanted it, but I was young and stupid, and so I never knew what it was when I left my aunt's house.
Oh.
I'd be like, I want the game with the dragon in it, and my mom would be like, that's nice, John.
I never had a PlayStation.
I had a N64. I guess I'll go next.
This is Monty.
This is Monty.
This is Monty.
And my favorite game from my childhood would probably be, if it's not Super Mario Brothers, it's probably Paper Mario.
Oh,
That was a really fucking good game. Like, people always give me shit for selling games, but the only game I've really felt like absolute remorse was whenever I had to sell all of my N64 games.
We give you shit for selling games that we're still playing with you, Monty.
Oh, yeah.
And then you sell them and you play them on PC, and then you try and send us voice chat while we're all playing the game that you sold. It's
So
like,
Bob,
hey, I want to talk.
Bob, what's your
Like, who does that?
Yeah, Monty, what the heck? Stop selling your games. You're not getting a lot of cash.
You can sell your games, just like, don't be weird about it. Don't be a goober. Don't be a goofy goober.
Stop being a goober.
You goober.
I'm sorry, I'm just piling on.
This is Bob.
Hey, what's up?
What was your game?
Paper Mario.
No one cares. Go on.
Damn. Okay.
What was your game? Do you even remember?
It doesn't matter.
No
No one cares.
I don't even remember
Growing up.
growing up. My favorite game was reading a book, you plebs. Okay.
You might as well just said masturbation like I did.
Aladdin for the Sega Genesis.
Really?
No, actually no. That's just the game. That's like one of my first games. Actually, I think
Damn,
my
well, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
it's hard because I played a lot of games when I was young.
I lost my shit when I played Final Fantasy VIII. And I hate Final Fantasy VIII now. But when I was a little kid, that shit was like... Because I kind of knew what Final Fantasy VII was, and I was like, this game's ugly. And then, like, when 8 came out, and my friends were playing it, I was like, look at these graphics! And everything looked so cool and edgy. And my like...
Yeah, FF8 was my first Final Fantasy. Shiva looked nice.
Had the little kid boner for Sorcerer Sevia.
Well, sure. I mean, there's lots of cleave going on in that game. So, Chris?
It's Chris.
What's going on, man?
Sup, Chris?
Chris has entered. Bye, Chris.
I think one of my favorite games, like Sonic Adventure 2 for the Sega Dreamcast.
Oofa doofa.
Yeah. I was gonna.
I got an oh yeah boy from Chris.
I was gonna say something
Upvoted.
like Legend of Zelda, like Ocarina of Time, but I feel like that's like too generic. Because
that's a lot of people's favorite game.
Yeah.
It's a good game.
I mean, a lot of people's favorite game was Pokemon Red and Blue. You know?
I mean, I like Pokemon.
I really like Pokemon.
I probably spent the most time in my youth playing Pokemon Red and Blue, and like Silver and Gold.
Prince of Persia.
Mm.
Prince of Persia for the GameCube.
Oh, that's a good
Ooh.
one. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Man, like GameCube games? Shit, son.
Yeah.
Metroid Prime. Motherfucking Sunshine.
Pikmin.
Killer 7.
Killer.
No, Monty. No,
You
Monty.
didn't like Killer 7?
I don't like any Grasshopper game.
Oh.
They are the epitome of style over substance.
Okay.
Hey,
very
throwback to my playthrough of Killer is Dead. No, Killer 7. Watching play Killer 7.
Killer
I
7.
talk shit about that game the entire time and annoy to no end. Because it's one of my favorite games.
I was gonna say,
Killer 7,
it's
it's a fun game. And they're missing an opportunity to port it to the Switch.
I think that just hits probably you and like our side hard because it's very stylized. And if I remember, like the controls were really clunky and you're on
very
rails.
repetitive.
It's,
You're on
it's
rails,
a rail
repetitive.
shooter, but you control the rails.
So edgy.
And
I feel like you needed to be in that mindset, which was probably in high school when you played it.
yeah, I mean,
I didn't play it until I was like 25.
They took a lot of chances with that game, and the boss fights were always engaging to me, anyway.
The boss fights are cool, I'll give you that. The characters have personality when it's not just, I'm gonna shoot some fuckers. Like, the amount of time they say fuck in that game is embarrassing.
It's embarrassing.
It's
yeah.
embarrassing. A lot of
Really?
the dialogue is just like cringy,
Really,
like super cringy.
that's the best.
It's
That's the same with any Grasshopper game. Because like, what was that one with the paywall in it that just came out? It was free.
Let It Die.
Let It Die. Like,
Oh.
I really wanted to like that game. Uncle Death. I stopped playing it after I met him. I was like, I really want to like
the
this
first 2 minutes of the game.
game. Yeah, but like, hey, senpai, I'm a roller skating death guy. It's like, please get off my screen forever.
I like the attitude it had, but my problem with Let It Die was really just the controls and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, why did they give you like an endurance meter that lasted maybe like 2 seconds?
Yeah.
That's tied to like your sprinting, your attack, and also like how much damage you take
I feel like a lot of the
ridiculous,
time,
man.
you're cheesing out battles.
every time. Because
Yeah.
if you die, you're pretty much screwed, man.
Yeah.
It's pay to play.
Lollipop
Lollipop Chainsaw was good, though. I like Shadows of the Dam, too, but
Never
that
played
was kind of a...
So wait, is Grasshopper Studios? Is that
Suda.
okay? Pseudo. That's
They're
not
like
Swery,
they're like
is it?
hand in hand.
Suda.
I'm thinking, is that any way related to Swery, the guy who's making The Good Life that Kickstarter just happened?
I vaguely know what you're talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay,
I've heard that word before.
I don't know anything about it, so I don't know. I was gonna ask y'all about it.
Wah.
Could you elaborate? What is Swery? Because I've heard that recently.
So he's making a Kickstarter right now, and I think he's a known video game producer or maker. I think he made it's like a tip of my tongue. It's some weird game where you're a detective and there's a cat girl, and I think it's
I was going to say
Xenoblade?
Deadly Premonition.
Deadly Premonition.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That
That's
game
a-
is bad, but good for different reasons.
Yeah.
That game, like, kind of broke ground in terms of video game and, like, breaking video games and breaking the fourth wall.
Uh-huh.
And if you want, like, artistry and, like, without getting too kind of precocious, I think that's a good game to start with in terms of, like... was that Grasshopper? The Suda? Pretty sure it's Suda.
yeah.
I don't know if it's like Grasshopper, but...
They
yeah.
really tried to use that kind of style from Deadly Premonition with Evil Within Part 2.
Really?
Wow.
Like, if you played Deadly Premonition and then you go and you play Evil Within 2, you're like, I see a lot of influence from...
Well, by the time that game had come out, many other games had, like, kind of emulated that style. But I'm pretty sure it came out around the same time as, like, Metal Gear Solid 2, or, like... There were games coming out that were trying to, like, push the boundaries of, like, how you can interact with the person playing the game.
Yeah, which I always think is pretty cool.
Probably
very
Metal Gear
cool, very
Solid
cool.
3, in all honesty, because I remember
I think Nier Automata does a little bit of that.
Nier Automata and Platinum
Nier 1 does that as well.
I want to play Nier 1.
Anyways,
Hard to find.
Swery, he's making a Kickstarter right now.
Do you have PS3? That's about it.
Wow.
He's making a Kickstarter right now, and you're a photographer, and you go to a town, like a small town in London, and you're trying to pay off a debt or something, and you're a photojournalist.
Pay the debt, Booker.
Yeah, and so you're trying to
game.
dig up some news or something, and then you're taking pictures of sheep or whatever, and then like a murder happens, but everything's like super cute.
Yeah, you're like a cute girl. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Like everything's paper mache.
I've seen that.
Not paper mache, but paper crafted.
Huh.
It looks like.
That's Swery's game.
And then at night, everything turns into cats and dogs.
Oh.
Yeah. That game looks
Detective
very cute.
Pikachu.
Very cute. Very cool.
Yes.
Man.
And then they said
you
the
bring up
F word.
Detective Pikachu. How disappointing. Like this further cements.
Was it bad?
Like,
I've done nothing.
I watched.
A Let's Play.
We're talking
I
about
watched a Let's Play of it. I watched
Detective Pikachu right now.
the Detective Pikachu. Now we're talking about Detective Pikachu.
Okay, we're just like all over
Fuck
the
your
place.
game, Bob.
I watched. Well, I mean,
No, I don't. I'm done with that game.
Swery's cute.
Yeah, no,
But check it out. Check it out, guys. It's cute.
no, I'm good.
Yeah, Detective
won't.
Pikachu. I watched previously recorded playthrough it, and it's just like for kids. Like puzzles aren't hard, and all the Pokemon are fucking annoying. It further cements this idea in my mind that the Pokemon company is only out for money. They don't care about like the vocal minority of their loyal
players who grew up with
people who
Pokemon.
have played, like myself, who have played Pokemon like their entire lives and want some kind of representation. Like it just isn't there.
It's just directed at
kids,
which it
who
hasn't
say,
always
like, see
been.
Pikachu.
But like, then you have the kids like us who grew up with Pokemon and enjoyed it. But then there's no representation for us at all.
Mm-mm.
All it is still directed at kids,
Which is fine, make your money.
Sure.
Make your money, but like, I'm done with Pokemon products. I had hoped that they would at least give Pokemon Pikachu like a cool personality in this game. He
bumbles around.
He's an idiot. He just says Pikachu all the time because only the main boy character
Understands what he's saying.
and he's basically just like a translator for you.
Yikes.
So like the kid tagged along.
It's not Danny DeVito.
They gave Pikachu like a kind of a gruff voice, and I was just like, well, okay, Danny DeVito didn't want to do it because when they asked him about it,
he didn't know what a Pikachu was.
he didn't know what Pokemon. He was like, "What the heck's Pokemon?"
What's a Pokemon?
Which I completely see, and you know what? Danny DeVito is God among men, so like that's fine.
I loved him in Taxi.
Yes, that.
Okay.
With Mary Tyler Moore.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that old Taxi show.
Queen
Yeah.
Latifah.
The show he's known for, Taxi.
Yeah.
No other show.
Just
Yeah.
Taxi.
Just Taxi.
Always Sunny in Taxi.
No, just Taxi.
Just Taxi.
Just Taxi. Anyways, Pikachu.
So it didn't.
That's it, man. Like, why? Just why?
So
Help throw me a freaking bone.
Speaking
here,
of Pokemon, I just recently bought Pokemon Ultra Moon because I wanted to see.
Yeah.
Because I figured I got nothing to do. I just got some income and hey, why not? Let's play some Pokemon.
To preface this, we have both played
Sun and Moon.
Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
I was pretty disappointed with it.
I thought it was okay, but I didn't realize it until you pointed it out to me. But every trainer doesn't have more than 3 Pokemon.
No.
Ever. So there's no challenge in it at all. There's not even a trainer that has 6 Magikarps.
There isn't Magikarp Fisherman, which is
That's
staple
iconic.
in every Pokemon game.
you're gonna keep Shorts Kid, but you're not gonna give me 6 Magikarp guy. I mean, I avoid him anyway, but put him in.
They've made the game too easy. That's another problem we've had with the Pokemon series is that it's just too easy.
They give you the XP share, which now is broken beyond control.
Yeah.
If you keep your 6 Pokemon throughout your playthrough, they'll be widely, by a wide margin overpowered to any other trainer.
It's not fun. It's not challenging.
No, it's a a pet simulator where you don't have any responsibility for your pet.
So I picked up Ultra Moon and I tried to go through it, and then I put it down at probably about
couple hours.
20 minutes into it.
Ooh.
Because it is the same exact game as Moon. The only thing is they cut things up so that like the cutscenes don't last as long.
That's good. I was just remembering now how many freaking cutscenes are in that game.
I thought it was going to be like a sequel, but no, it's just the same game, same story, but like
With new Pokemon.
cut. I don't like
Did you see that
legendaries.
super furry Pokemon?
I think it's
No.
there's
looks like a Sonic character.
no. It's that dog Pokemon that changes its evolution based on the time of day.
Zygarde?
Yeah, the rock Pokemon, the rock pup.
Oh, Lycanroc?
Yeah, there's a dawn type where if you evolve it in the middle of dawn, it
That was in the original. There's like a yellow cat guy. I think he's legendary Pokemon.
That's also another problem. It's like all the new characters they introduce are legendaries, so like.
And they have like Ultra Beasts now, which are just legendary Pokemon.
Which is dumb. Like legendaries are like, okay, cool, I get it, but I can't
nothing
put this.
sacred. Nothing sacred to
I
the
can't put this
Pokemon
on my
domain.
team.
You're tuning in to Pokemon Cast.
Yeah, let's get off
2018.
Pokemon.
Shut up, Monty.
So we're 15 minutes in. Robert, what was the topic you wanted to talk about?
Talk
Whoa,
about Pokemon, how much I
Nope.
fucking hate Pokemon.
it's Pokemon.
I can
obviously.
talk for like
Never mind,
45
Bob.
minutes
What
about
was the
fucking
topic you
Pokemon.
wanted to talk about?
Monty, why are you rushing me?
Yeah, dude. What's your...
What's the rush?
Save
I
for
don't-
next podcast, dude. If we
I'm
talk
not
about
that Pokemon savvy. I'm just sitting here in the background going,
Well, okay, yeah, no, we'll stop talking about Pokemon.
Okay,
Absolutely, but yeah, that's cool.
Total Biscuit died.
So, Rob, what's your topic?
Yeah, do you
Rest
want to
in
talk
peace.
about
No,
Total Biscuit?
I really don't, because I don't want to tag Total Biscuit in this, and
Man.
then people be like, using his
don't.
death.
What?
Don't. Yeah, just
That-
don't.
that'll
What
happen.
the fuck are you talking about?
People do that.
Oh yeah,
We could talk about that. How a celebrity dies, and then the first thing you see on YouTube the next day is just like Robin Williams, rest in peace.
We can talk about how overrated Robin Williams was.
Let's not.
I don't, no, I don't want.
He.
No. Ugh.
Alright, too
What's the topic,
controversial.
for fuck's sake, Bob?
Okay, fine. I'll go first.
You're the one crashing and burning this podcast, Monty. I don't know what you want.
My topic is about music.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I really didn't have a lot of time to think about this.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
But like, honestly, it's better than. Let's talk about why there's so many Spider-Men.
So music.
Anyways, music. Basically, I want to talk about like, you ever like listen to a song that like triggers a memory for you or something like that?
Absolutely.
I just want to kind of talk about like, yeah, you know how it's just kind of. That's pretty much it. I don't really have much to say. Just hoping you guys have had something to say.
Well, have you listened to anything recently that's triggered any kind
Do
of
you
like?
mean like a song that you haven't heard before, or a song that you used to listen to and it reminds you of the time?
Just
you listen to it more.
I guess a little bit of that. Well, I was also thinking about just the topic in general, like how my taste in music has like evolved and changed over time. Like in high school, it was a lot of alternative rock, and in college, I listened to like something a little bit more heavy.
I felt like the coolest kid because I'd never listened to anything on the radio, and I would always listen to Radiohead. And I'd be like, I'm the Radiohead kid.
Mm-hmm.
And then I look at myself now, I'm like, oh, fuck that kid. If I saw who I was now, I'd beat the shit on myself.
Yeah, Radiohead's really cringy, and liking Radiohead is even cringier. But, I mean, I like jazz.
Damn, that's scathing. Like
Dang.
that's like Monty's favorite band. I
Fuck
think.
Robin Williams, fuck Radiohead.
Hey, Radiohead is, it's in my top 5.
Radiohead ripped off Coldplay.
I like more poppy music now. Just to finish the thought, Anyways, I was just thinking,
I appreciate pop music more now than I did. Because I used to be like, man, it's just radio music.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm like,
Spice Girls.
it's fun. It's groovy. I'm dancing. I'm
I'm
moving.
like, there are a lot of Spider-Man.
Yeah, there
I
are
didn't
a lot of
like
Spider-Man.
ABBA when I was young. Now I do. I didn't like Fleetwood Mac when I was young. Now I do.
I'm sorry. Did you say ABBA as in Dancing Queen?
Yes.
You didn't like that?
Not when I was young. When I got
But you
older.
do now.
Well, I didn't really have.
I think music tastes are supposed to get better as you get older.
Whoa,
Wait,
whoa.
you don't like ABBA?
ABBA sucks.
You don't like dancing to ABBA when it comes on?
No,
I mean, like if you're out at a club
no, I don't.
and
And ABBA comes on, I go out and smoke a cigarette or something.
okay,
Wait, what?
Seriously, what a meme song, dude. Like, how
No,
pedestrian,
hold on.
It's like I'm on a cruise with like 80-year-olds and like Dancing Queen comes on and it's like, all right, let's get some.
Have you ever danced to Love
some,
Shack? And I don't mean like the 3-minute radio edited version. I mean like the 12-minute B-52 Love Shack. That song is really fun to dance to.
You ever danced to Banga Bus or Vanga Bus?
Unfortunately.
You know, we
Yes,
like to
actually.
party.
I think you
We
were
like-
You
there.
can't like ABBA and not like Vingabus.
Money, what?
Where's the line, dude? Think about this kind of stuff, man.
It's hard to tell when you're sarcastic or not.
Always and
Robert's
never.
never sarcastic.
Never sarcastic.
Always and never.
Actually, like, okay, what made you like ABBA? Like,
Yeah, what was this epiphany?
It
Like,
was-
wow, you know, ABBA's okay.
It was honestly going back to...
I like ABBA, Rob. Nothing's wrong.
sorry.
Nothing's wrong with ABBA. I mean, I hated ABBA whenever
I feel like ABBA's a band you stick to one opinion and it never changes. Like, you never change your opinion on ABBA.
I went and I listened to a lot of
That's kind of where I'm at with
Fleetwood
it.
Mac.
Yeah, right.
I listened to a lot of Fleetwood Mac. I listened to... Like, there was a point... for,
Okay,
like,
Stevie Nicks Fleetwood Mac or pre-Nicks?
both.
Okay.
And
I think
because like
Stevie Nicks
there was a
sounds
point
like
in time where like once a month I would dedicate a band that I never really listened to and would just like listen to as much of it as I could tolerate.
Mm-hmm.
And like 1 month it was like Dell 3030, not like Adele.
Deltron.
Deltron.
Okay.
And then like the next week it was Childish Gambino, and lo and behold, holy shit, what have I been missing all this time? And then I was like
God.
Fleetwood Mac. Then I was like ABBA.
Oh, no.
This was like 2 years ago.
Childish Gambino, he's in all my TV shows and he's on my music. Oh my god, I love him.
He's in all the books and he's in all the newspapers.
He's so funny.
He just does everything.
Get out of here.
You're just trying to have as many downvotes as humanly possible, Robert.
I don't care. No one's watching this shit.
You're very bold. You'd be surprised. I got a new subscriber from my podcast.
Whoa.
Well,
whoa.
thank you for subscribing.
Yes.
I honestly do appreciate it. Wherever you are.
I don't.
Fuck this kid.
Well,
Anyways.
but
Yeah.
no, well, he's obviously here for my scathing criticisms.
I would think so, actually. I mean, I don't know.
Actually,
I feel like every
You're
point
very-
I have is fair and fairly thought out. I try and push it.
it's very
Portray it as such.
controversial yet very bold.
I want to take a
This is who I am.
right turn, like a strong right turn right
If you
now,
want
and
to
kind of
take a right turn away from Abba Lane,
Go for
No,
it.
I want to say like for people who don't know Rob, I mean, you gotta.
well, this is how they'll
the
get to know
whole
me.
conversation
This
I
is
had
how
with
they'll get
Rachel.
to know me.
Huh?
Rachel.
Rachel, put them beans in me. I need them beans.
I was like, if you ever talk to
Bring out the
Robert,
bean chart.
if you ever talk to Robert, he's actually not racist.
well, I guess.
All right,
I guess that's a description, Monty.
that's my motto.
Robert,
I put that on my resume. Actually, I'm not racist.
in parentheses, he's not actually racist.
Not
but-
actually, Robert Dolphy. Not actually racist.
No,
Bob left the room.
just Rob is not actually a racist.
I'm not actually racist.
I think Rob has very strong opinions.
And I
About
stick to
people
him.
who aren't white.
God damn, son. All right. I don't know where the fuck these guys are coming with this. I do
I
not
didn't bring
say-
that up. That's not me.
I do not make racial remarks. What is this?
No.
You gotta watch out when you're talking about Rob because he might bring up some sensitive topics.
I probably will. Well, more often than not have controversial opinions on things.
Well, I would say your opinions are just not normative. You hold strong opinions on
I come up with my own opinions on my own, and a lot of times it differs than
based on
the
4chan
majority.
threads.
I like.
Maybe. It's not always.
I would easily describe Robert as a very,
Racist.
very
As not racist.
moderate's the right there in the middle, right? Like you got conservative, liberal, and moderate's the middle, right?
I'm a nihilist, yeah.
There you go.
I'm a moderate as well, but I would say if Rob's leaning to the right, I probably lean more left, but I'm still Moderate.
Moderate leaning right, I guess you could say for me. Maybe.
I took one of those political
For the
chart
most
tests
part.
once, and I was close to
I don't know,
Gandhi.
food stamps are cool, whatever.
Gee, food stamps?
Yeah.
I got really mad today at work because there's this big sign that says, please do not swipe food stamp card in the cafe checkout, right? Because it crashes the system for the rest of the day, or, it might as well. And it's just, every time that fucking system is down, and then I look, and it's like last transaction attempt, and it's just like food stamps. I'm like,
Monty works at a grocery store.
nothing wrong with that.
Just saying.
I work at a pawn shop. My life
Pawn
is
shop for kids.
for kids. I work at a pawn shop for kids.
Robert, you had a topic. Or did you want to go to me next? We're at 25 minutes.
Whatever, man. Like,
No, actually, you brought up something, and it sounded.
I did. I was just thinking we could talk about historical revision in video games.
Okay,
Battlefield 5.
And the Battlefield 5 trailer is what spurned this topic in my head.
Okay.
It's like,
Now, I have not seen this trailer,
I haven't seen it.
but can you describe it for me?
the point of contention with this trailer is that there is a woman on the front lines, and it's not that she's a woman, it's that she has a prosthetic hand that is like more advanced than we have today. And, Battlefield isn't the franchise that makes its own universe, They go off real events unless they're doing like their future game, which they've done, I think. I don't know, I've never played a Battlefield game.
1942 is really good.
And, if you want to have robot women in your game, that's fine. But, be consistent. That's all I want.
So,
I had another example for this. Go on, Bob.
I was going to say,
It's like Big Boss Robot hand.
yeah, I would say, yeah, exactly. It's like Metal
Yes.
Gear.
No,
But, Metal Gear has, a storyline, but I don't think...
it doesn't look as advanced as Metal Gear Solid 5. But that's where I'm going with Kojima set up his own universe, and
Yeah.
that is not the most advanced technology.
Battlefield, from what I remember,
If you have
is
walking,
a multiplayer game.
If you have walking robots in 1980, whatever year that game is set, yeah, you can have a prosthetic arm. I'm not going to be like, woo, woo, boo, 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 boo.
Mm-hmm.
But they're striving for realism and then not at the same time. Well, as far as World War II
I have
goes.
some figures in my head that I looked up on Wikipedia. 350,000 women served in World War II. In auxiliary units, they were pilots, they were soldiers. They were not on the front line. If someone was missing an arm, they did not see action.
I was going to say...
I don't care if you have a prosthetic and you can still hold a rifle. Also her rifle's all, tactical and, gillied out. Get the fuck out of here.
So wait, is she a character? Or
It's the campaign in Battlefield 5 is 4-player co-op.
it's a campaign.
Yeah.
I don't know the specifics of it.
They have a campaign.
I'm really just working off the outrage of others here. I'm not really too invested in the realism in Battlefield, because I don't play the game. But it is interesting to me that who are they trying to pander to with this? Because it does seem very pandering. And if it's to people who are you need to include women or handicapped people in your game, that demeans that sentiment of having this strong woman who's also disabled.
She's also
What do you mean?
It's just in your face.
How do you what do you mean?
I need to think of this argument through a little better, but
Sure.
Basically it's virtue signaling. It's what
Making the character for the sake of satisfying that...
for the sake of
there's no
variety.
reason. Yeah. They're just doing it because they can. Kind of like putting a gay character in a movie.
I feel it's
not
there
really,
just to
that's their personality, is that they're gay or something.
for where it's
The gay.
that's their
The gay,
their main personality. I'm the gay,
I'm the
I'm the black.
I'm the woman.
I'm the woman.
I'm the handicapped.
But
It's not a personal character. Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to judge too, because the campaign hasn't come out yet, so I mean, maybe it's a very
If
powerful story, and like she loses her arm in the story, and she's got to save her. Like,
Well, they don't establish that in the trailer,
if
so
it
this
was
is what I'm
like-
going off, man.
Either a literal World War II prosthetic arm, and by that I mean like not even an arm, but like the fake arm with the hooks on it.
That's what it is.
That would be-
That's what it is.
Like 2 hooks that clamp.
Yeah, and there's also a third one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
I have another
if you-
example of this besides
does the
Battlefield 5.
Does
Yeah.
a clamp shoot, or does a clamp hold the rifle?
In Assassin's Creed Origins, a DLC came out where a bunch of they made pottery for the game, and they went off old styles of pottery. And in this one description I saw, they were saying that in the original version of this pottery and the painting of it, they showed kids going to school, but they only showed boys. So we added women because, you know what, they might not be historically accurate, but this is the history we want to portray. And it's just like, why? That is detrimental
that's
to
And
education for women, because you're completely disregarding actual history. And if you disregard history, you're just going to repeat it.
yeah. Why would you do something like that? Because that also shows like women had a long time to struggle before they were able to actually get an education.
That's a very good point, bud.
Especially in ancient Egypt.
They worked their ass off to get where they are today.
Absolutely.
And they still have a long way to go. And just to be like, well, they never worked for it. This is how it should have been. Like, it's just virtue signaling, and I hate that's such a buzzword.
So
And
wait, so Ubisoft went into their game and they did their history thing, and they said, look, this pottery is just supposed to be males only, but we're going to add women so there's inclusion in the past.
Don't get mad at us.
Exactly. Don't get mad at us. Please don't write a
Nasty
200 word article on Polygon about how
Kotaku. I was about to say.
Polykaku.
It's like I would like, but they're like, this is canon. It's not even like
That's
Evil
like
George Washington DLC.
What?
We all remember that one.
I mean, they already made
That was
all
more
the
acceptable.
royalty of Egypt African, which is like they were Greek, but
Yeah.
whatever. I'm not going to go there. Now that's getting into the Robert is definitely not racist.
Robert is definitely not a racist.
Oh, my topic though.
Yeah, you
Robert
want
has
to
to
pause
go
it?
pee.
You got it.
I'll pause it because I got to check my blood
Or just do it. Let's start up and just say, you just started it. Great.
World War II is not represented in a good light.
No, wait, we gotta say we
video
took a
games.
break.
We took a break.
We took a break.
We took a break.
Now that we're
back.
back.
We all had to take a
let's
piss.
let's go back to talking about exactly what we were talking about. World War II in video games is represented like some
Fucking McDonald's
lit.
play pit.
It's lit.
Well,
Get your games in.
Pre-order now to get
10 million people died. in World War II.
Rottweiler.
Get
German
your
Shepherd.
flame skin gun. Get your AK-47 with the gold skin.
Majority
It
of
says,
those
watch
10
out
million.
for the Charlies.
Majority of those 10 million were civilians.
Oof.
Many of which were Russian, who just died of starvation. Like in Leningrad, Stalingrad.
Your DLC.
So wait, are you saying you're
starvation.
upset that video games have trivialized war?
Just the dead of war.
Okay.
It's more like
The people that actually suffered, people that were actually on the battlefield, they weren't having a good time. They weren't racking up their kills.
Get that kill streak
And
and calling an
They,
airstrike.
they wanted to go fucking home.
Yeah.
Some of their homes were destroyed completely.
Yeah.
I don't think this is like great for, having a great time, but
Yeah, but EA's got to make that cash money.
It's easy to not see that these days because like
Black Ops 4 is on my Blizzard app now.
oh
A big
I don't want to
4
talk
tally.
about that. Don't want to talk about
Just
that.
a big orange 4.
When Jeff Kaplan was like, "We're so happy to bring Black Ops 4 to the Blizzard app," I was like,
Was that Kaplan?
he was in that video, only briefly. But
What video?
They're like basically the whole Blizzard. And Blizzard is
Are you talking about the trailer for Black Ops 4?
no. There's a whole like developer thing where it's like announcing like Blizzard is the ones that will be putting this on PC.
Oh.
And it's showing all the developers, and then Kaplan's on it for literally like 17 seconds. He's like, well, we're happy. Also nerf Mercy. And,
Okay, so that's like... I remember they were talking about, like, Destiny being put on...
it's already there.
Well, I
Put
know.
on hiatus. What?
It's there and now it died.
So Rob, Blizzard, all their IPs, they have a separate app. Like, you know how Steam works?
Yes.
You get all the games? Blizzard has...
Battle.net.
Battle.net.
Yeah.
You've seen it. Okay.
Yes.
I wasn't sure if you've seen it or not.
We're all together here.
Well, okay.
Now Blizzard
You're
is...
not a big PC gamer, so, you know.
I'm not.
Blizzard, their Battle.net is now basically turning into... It's slowly turning into like Steam or good old games, but now they have Destiny 2. Now you can play Destiny 2 via your Blizzard Battle.net.
Yeah.
And now you can also get
well, part of it is Activision
4.
owns Blizzard, and so Activision is putting their games onto the Battle.net.
Which is worse, Activision or EA?
EA.
Yeah, I mean, that's
EA,
easy.
Definitely EA.
Because that's the sound you make whenever somebody hands you an EA game.
Activision doesn't acquire game companies and then just skeletize them, turn them, just like gut them.
That's is that EA?
Yes, EA bought.
That's EA.
I think
Jesus
Visceral is their latest
Yeah.
victim.
Mm-hmm. Soon to be corpse.
Soon to be corpse is BioWare.
Pandemic.
Oh man, what's the game coming out? Anthem.
Mm-hmm.
Anthem doesn't succeed.
It's not going to.
Anthem isn't coming out.
No, it's coming out. I'm making a prediction.
How many loot boxes do you think it's going to have?
7.
A million? 10 million?
10.
Just 10.
It's I wouldn't be surprised if they have actually reconsidered the loot box model after that whole debacle with Battlefront.
Well, take it out of your sports games, and maybe I'll fucking see.
Oh yeah,
see things
loot boxes in sports games.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, EA runs Monopoly on like NFL games, FIFA games, and guess where there's loot boxes?
They put loot boxes in sports games?
Yeah, son.
How? What is it? What are you looting?
Cosmetics, yo.
Cosmetics.
Players?
Probably. I don't know. I'm not a fucking...
I hate loot boxes. Like, the worst thing... I played...
Sportsman.
I think it's not Infamous 2. It's... what's that DC fighting game?
Dishonored?
Dishonored. The fact that I can't just think of it off the top of my head makes me upset.
Undistinguished.
Undistinguished game. No, Injustice.
Injustice 2 had loot boxes. And abilities and
cosmetic
stats were tied.
Were built into the cosmetics.
So online, if you weren't like a cap level, and you didn't have the stats, you were a lot weaker online.
I mean, it's Shadow of Mordor, the late game of that game.
And they took the loot boxes out.
EA.
People stopped
That's
playing
even
the
game.
worse.
The end game is just a grind for loot boxes.
Mm-hmm.
So like...
they took it out, which, yes, is... I don't know if that's what you're saying is worse, but yeah, taking out...
No, it's worse because it's a single-player campaign.
Yes.
And it ruins the... I mean, that's the whole reason they just took it out. Like, the developers tried to tell the publisher, like, please don't put loot boxes in.
After they made all their fucking loot, After they made their loot boxes.
It's like someone...
With actual loot in it.
You got your table of all your cool trinkets, and, like, they're neatly placed, and, like, you go over here and get your cool sword, and then, WB comes over and they get their box at the edge of the table, and they just swipe their hand across the table and just throw it into the box.
WB is the EA of movie makers.
And they say, like, here, if you paid me $1.99 from after buying your $60 game, I'll give you 3 items out of the box at random.
You don't get to choose. Yeah,
you don't get to choose.
It's gambling. I mean, it's incentivized gameplay.
Here's something. If I can throw in my 2 cents at this, and I know this is going to come out of left field because I play MMOs. You play them too.
Yeah, we've been playing.
Guild Wars 2 has loot boxes.
They have $100 loot boxes.
But here's the thing. When Guild Wars 2 launched, it was like they have no subscriptions, so the way they would make their money is you would buy items or cosmetics that never affected gameplay. That was their one thing. They're like, these will only affect how you look, how your skins, etc. And you can also get them in-game if you worked hard enough. But they recently introduced mounts.
Right.
And all 4 mount styles you can get just by playing the newest expansion.
Yeah.
If you do the story. the 5th mount, which can fly, you have to do all these. Basically, you have to travel from map to map to map and unlock all these things, find these eggs, and pay 250 gold, which is a lot of money in that game. I know it's not much in WoW, but that's not the problem because it's a legendary mount, and it takes like a month or two to get if you really wanted it, and not a lot of people get it.
Yeah.
The problem is they are releasing these loot boxes, or they have rather, and the loot boxes are for mount skins. And it's 25 skins with a random draw for one of them.
Okay.
Including this legendary mount, which by statistics, it's like, I think it was like 18% of the populace in the game own.
So
you can draw for $10, and maybe it's whatever.
You pay money to get this cosmetic mount.
To get it. But it's a
is
roll of the dice.
So is this mount, is this skin for this mount, can you acquire it?
No, you cannot acquire it in game.
Okay, so
You
it's
have to-
loot box specific.
Do you
Yes.
think Battlefield 5 will have
So-
loot boxes?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Like,
so
it's just,
Sure.
I think there's like there's a scale. I guess it's a scale now. I was pretty black and white on it, but it's sort of scaled on the right way and the wrong way to do loot boxes. I think the right way to do loot boxes is Overwatch, honestly.
pure cosmetic does not affect the gameplay.
It's pure cosmetic, doesn't affect the gameplay. If you get duplicates...
and you can still earn it by just playing the game. You don't
Yeah.
have to spend any money on it.
You don't spend money on it. And then if you get duplicates of the same item, you get
cash.
And
cash.
it's not super grind. It doesn't make you play
So
for
that means-
4 hours for one.
You
box.
want to
Yeah.
play Overwatch. That's
Yeah.
the thing. People enjoy playing Overwatch
Exactly.
just to play Overwatch.
You're not tied to
They don't
how
wanna-
good you're tied to skill in the game. But and then if you want something nice, if you get this, you can eventually spend in-game cash for it. And then there's
Or you can just use the default skins and play the same.
exactly yeah.
Like-
And then there's pay to win where
And then there's Destiny,
there's
where I think is the really bad loot boxes. Where
Destiny
it's
is bad loot boxes, which is
Very bad.
weird because it's cosmetic. All loot boxes in
I forgot that they changed that into where
the
the
Oh,
colors
was
are
it?
still equal. In Destiny 1 it wasn't like that.
Really?
No, absolutely not. There are no
No.
loot boxes in Destiny 1.
Well, okay,
Or-
they're called engrams.
Oh,
they aren't
yeah,
called
yeah,
loot
yeah.
boxes.
Well-
Yeah, that's right.
Well,
They're
you-
still loot boxes.
You get Once
you get the color, you unlock it permanently.
There's engrams in Destiny 2.
No, yeah, that's
And
what
you
I'm
still
talking
get
about.
random loot, but there's also loot boxes.
There's actually the storefront is right in the farm. Is that what it's called? I never
Yeah,
played Destiny 2.
yeah.
Yeah,
You get back to the tower in Destiny 2.
the storefront
Spoilers.
is right in front of you, and it's please buy our engram. What did you say?
You get back to the tower in Destiny 2.
Great.
Who cares?
Anyways,
Tower's fucking boring. The farm, I'm sure, is very boring.
Doubly so.
anyways,
Nathan Fillion's
it's
boring.
weird because it's funny you bring up Destiny because Destiny does the same exact thing that
You brought it.
no,
Go on, go on.
I brought it up.
yeah.
Destiny does the same exact thing that Overwatch does, where the cosmetics are in the loot boxes. But however, Destiny is kind of like a loot shooter in a way.
There's stat
and-
points connected to them, right?
What?
There's stat points connected to even the armor and stuff.
Like
Your light level.
Yeah, but as you grind through it, you're gonna get higher level stuff anyways. I'm talking about specifically cosmetics and stuff like that. Because Destiny is very MMO kind of based, even though it doesn't call itself one. It tries to be. And this is the way MMOs always work, where you go and you fight a boss, and then it drops some cool loot that makes you stronger. That's just how it works. That's how the game works.
But there's still meta weapons and armor that you're gonna grind for, and you need these loot boxes to get. And you can just buy these loot boxes if you want to.
No.
Oh no?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. The cat. It's okay.
Like I
it's
said,
all over the
I haven't
place.
played Destiny 2, so
The cosmetics.
Please enlighten me.
So, okay, the problem with Destiny is the way it distributes loot throughout its game.
Right.
The biggest problem is it expects you to go on these raids where you take 10 people, 10 of your best friends, maybe 6. What?
I just
10 people
the
is all
raids.
people.
Yeah, you
I
go.
don't have that many friends.
Yeah. Anyways, raids. You go into raids with 6 of your best friends or whatever, and you fight these big bosses, and they drop some cool loot. Now, normally in like grindy RPGs, MMOs, what have you, specific bosses will drop specific items.
Okay.
And usually you'll grind out to that specific boss because you need that specific type of loot, or you just want it in general. Sometimes it'll be like a better gun. Sometimes it'll be just a really cool mount. You know, something that makes you look cool.
Yes.
Destiny's problem is everything drops off of everything. There's no tie-in to types of loot.
So there's no reason to do a raid.
There's no reason to do loot. Well, raid loot will still drop in the raid.
Okay.
But like, there's no reason to go to the final boss because everything you get from the final boss can be pulled off the first boss. The only thing that will drop off the final boss is like a emblem. You know
Something.
those things you put in the top right corner of your Overwatch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That will drop.
A player icon.
A player
Great.
icon.
Great.
Yeah, exactly. So, but like MMOs do it differently. Where like, you know, you get all the way to the final boss, you're going to get a good item, right? You get something or a chance to roll for it.
I wonder why do it like that. That seems like...
Because everybody needs to have the opportunity to get the best weapon, even if they're not good.
Because poor planning, and they're not an MMO.
Sure.
And then also
Both feel like sure.
So-
They're both good points, I guess.
So besides that, the cosmetic and the part you pay for loot boxes is a cosmetic thing. Now, Destiny has a whole list of cool cosmetic items in their loot box store. There's like a cool dance where you can do like, it's called like the floss, where you see like you're doing this really stupid dance
Yes.
or whatever, like these cool jigs. There's these cool like emotes where you like flip over like
Throw salt at people.
you make a table and you flip it over.
Give
You
somebody
do the
the
cool
finger.
salt meme. You eat some ramen.
Very cool.
Yeah, I mean it's very stylish. It's cool. It's still like cool things in that you get like cool skin color for your armor and stuff like that. So it's like all cosmetic stuff that you can purchase.
I want to see where this is going.
So
Monty, shut up.
this is all
Maybe
in.
find out.
This is all in their shop. Now you can get a loot box if you level up, but you get one. But what would make the game better if they put all those cool cosmetic items out into the world tied to specific things and give players incentive to go out and do
Makes more
specific
sense.
things. But like, no, players just grind and do whatever until they get a loot drops that has random drops, and then maybe they'll get something cool or not.
Oh, yeah.
But there's no like, look, I beat this boss. Look at this cool thing I've got. Like that's the way you do it in like multiplayer games. You show off your achievements visually,
yes.
but that's not the way it is anymore. Now it's you show off your achievements. I spent $20 on these cool cosmetic items, and it's very different from Overwatch where you're having fun.
I feel like that's like
it's
going
very weird.
the Counter-Strike route where it's like, I got this neon gold knife.
I paid $27.
I paid $127 for it.
Anyway, that's my rant about Destiny. Like, I had high hopes for Destiny 1. Then Destiny 2 came out, and I gave it a second chance, and it
Oh, I did
hurt
too.
me.
I think a lot of people with Destiny 1 was like, we're giving this a chance.
Yeah.
My brother played Destiny 1 a lot. He was like, yeah, it's not perfect, but like, I can see where they're going with it. And then Destiny 2, like, he didn't even pick that up.
Nope.
Yeah, that's smart. I mean, I had fun with Destiny 2, to be honest. Like, up until, like, the
The
point
end
where I
game.
realized that there's no point. It's like,
The end game, which
Welcome
there
to
is
Destiny
none.
1.
the game, there's, like, nothing to do at the end of the game.
Yeah.
I really like the company Bungie. Like, Halo
All
is...
this is making me want to go back to Pokemon, but go on.
Like, honestly, like, Reach is one of my favorite games.
Reach is so good. Make Reach for the
Are they going to
Xbox
make the next
One.
Pokemon game with loot boxes? Or like you just get...
No.
You go into a...
No.
You,
go
you
into-
roll
you
the
go into-
dice and you get an egg
You go into tall grass.
Uh-huh. You paid $2.
to unlock an egg.
You pay to... Would you like to catch a Pokemon in this tall
Surprise, it's
grass?
a magic
Yes,
card.
no, yes.
No?
Oh, please insert your Pokebucks.
So, my topic, before I completely fucking forget.
Yeah, let's do it.
Going back to Steam, I brought this up earlier, and I know you guys already voiced your opinions on it somewhat. Valve is getting pressured to remove visual novel games that have adult content, and they're complying.
Okay, so you said it's a company that's...
They call themselves a company, but it feel when you go and you read their page, it's literally, and I'm not bashing anybody.
No, hold on. Before you get into this, be more specific. What are we talking about? So this company...
It's Honey Pop.
This company, they I forget what they're calling themselves now.
The ADL?
But they were called the Morality in Media Company.
Okay. And they're pressuring Valve to remove all visual novels with nudity and sex off their platform.
Literally any anime games that have nudity,
but
sex.
violence is okay.
Violence is okay.
Okay.
Hatred's still on the... Hatred, you can go buy Hatred for $2.09.
But don't be looking at no titties there.
But don't be looking at no nipples.
Okay.
And
right. I mean, I wasn't anyways.
If you want to look at a big fat schlong, take it somewhere else.
Take it somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
The light at the end of the tunnel is that Good Old Games has opted to literally say, hey, all you developers that are getting kicked off of Steam, come here.
Well, hold on. Okay, so you've moved too fast, because, like, what is the process? Your thoughts are...
They are giving... Valve has elected to listen to these people and their complaints.
Okay.
And have talked to all developers that have been listed by this company.
Okay.
And said, hey, if you don't cut out this content and repatch your game, we're taking your game completely off the market.
So why is Valve listening to this company? Like, why?
That's the magic
very
question.
Astute question.
Because
wait, like for real?
Yeah.
I think this is the same shit as like Battlefield. It's like you're listening to a vocal minority here.
Who is this company?
Who doesn't?
It's literally
these
like
people weren't going to buy your game in the first place. Why listen to them?
Not to knock anyone's beliefs, but apparently, from what I've researched, it's just a company. I keep saying company. It's a group of people who are extreme Orthodox Christians.
Okay.
Who their strong goal is to remove sexual media or sexual content in media, all forms.
That's a very weird thing for Valve
they're starting
bowing to.
They're starting with visual novel games, that have adult content in it.
Okay.
Including like Honey Pop and what have you, Sakura Dungeons. They also have declared that they are going to be moving on to Mass Effect games and all 3 Witcher games next.
Yeah, say what you want about visual novel games. It kind of goes on like freedom of speech. Like,
there's an even sharper point, but
let people make the product that they want to make, and like if people want to buy it, they will, and if people are so disgusted by it, then they won't.
Exactly. And plus, you got your warnings.
These people weren't going to buy the game anyway, so I don't understand why give them any kind of clout.
Well, I mean, like, what I'm so confused about is, like, who is this company and why? I mean, it's Valve. So, like, why are they listening to this company?
Jim Sterling gives a better summary of the situation on his site.
Okay.
But it's literally... Is
it a video?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's a video of him.
I'm going to have to watch that, because, like...
He's literally just sums it up.
It doesn't make sense that, like,
the company...
Steam is... like, okay, so you have a group. Unless they're calling themselves a company, and
they're calling themselves a company.
So you have for just
we're a company.
Like
we won't stand. Let the anime titty free.
So this company is telling Steam to take off all your
sexy time.
Take your sexy time.
No
games
nipples
off.
allowed.
Yeah, get those off.
Here is the poison knife of this entire fuckery. The smoking gun. Several of these developers, visual novel creators, etc., have been targeted by this company and are on the list. Don't even actually have adult content in their game.
Okay.
They may have anime.
They may have suggestive scenes or what have you, but there's never any 18 plus scenes.
Interesting.
All of these same developers that are on this list, however, all their games are about homosexuals or lesbians.
Oh, okay.
And they're also being targeted by the same company.
Oh, okay.
So now a lot of people are even more angry at this company.
So this company is homophobic.
Well, yes.
Okay.
Just
very crude. Anti-fun. unless you're killing people.
Yeah, like it's like, where do you draw the line, man? It's like, why is murdering someone in like an incredibly gory way okay, but like looking at some titties is not?
And at the same time, Valve still doesn't.
Or sexy dudes, you know. I don't know what you like.
Valve doesn't quality check any games that get greenlit. So there's a bunch of games that just don't work that are...
Valve just throws games onto their platform. They don't care. It's like...
And why do we need this watchdog company to like be like, you don't want to play this game, it's too sexy?
Yeah, too many boobies.
Well, I mean, there has to be other companies out there that have like done... or companies, quote unquote, have like done the same thing, approach Steam or Valve and be like, these games have too many boobs. And they're like,
little Jimmy's gonna get a boner while riding his bike and crash.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, here from a legal standpoint.
Why is it? No, wait, hold on. Why is it that this company specifically? Because like it has to be other companies that have approached Steam with the same problem.
Sure.
Like, why is this company the one that Steam is finally?
I mean, even Overwatch got that. It's like Tracer's butt is too out there.
Remember when they blew up about Symmetra's goddess skin? Mm-hmm. I thought that was going to be gone because the entire
too sexy.
The Indian community. Is that what you say? Am I saying that right?
I don't know.
Point is, they got mad.
Neither me or Rob
a lot of
racist.
people.
I'm actually not racist.
A lot of people got mad because of Symmetra's. Was it Shiva?
I don't know what you're talking
You
about.
know what you know the
about.
skin,
The costume,
the blue one, where she's.
Basically, Valve has two options from a legal standpoint, in my opinion. They can either update their terms of licenses and agreements to kind of say like, hey, some of these games are like sexy, beware, or take them off.
Yeah.
I think the former there is easier and better option.
I think it's bullcrap that like this company is trying to police
everybody.
Kind of morality police kind of bullshit.
And the fact that we're giving them
I'm sick of that shit, man.
We're giving them such leeway with this.
Turn the freaking frogs gay.
Now they're getting the balls to go after, The Witcher. If Witcher got removed from Steam, everyone would lose their shit.
Okay, they're not going to take off a game that is actually like making them money.
I know.
Valve's going to be like, "Oh, you want to take off the anime games?"
That's another double standard.
So
though.
Here's my question.
Absolutely, yeah.
Here's my question.
Bogged down with all kinds of like,
bullshit.
this is stupid.
So here's my question. Steam is when you buy games off Steam, you don't actually own them. You just own...
You own the ability to play them through Steam.
Through Steam, exactly. So does that mean, if they take Witcher off of Steam, does that mean my copy of Witcher is gone? Am I not going to be able to play it on my
I think you'll still have access to it.
Uh-huh.
I just think they won't be able to sell any new copies to anybody else.
Okay.
What about all the children that already bought
it? Here, I've already mentioned it. You heard it earlier, but the green light. The light at the end of this tunnel is that Good Old Gaming has elected...
That's GOG.
GOG.com has elected for every developer that is on this list to bring their games over to their platform.
That's probably just GOG, like, business sense. Like, they see Steam's
smart.
in trouble. Well, they see Steam's in trouble, and they're like, hey...
I don't think Steam's in trouble.
Get on... Well, they're like, we need
Gabe
every
Newell was
person.
like, somebody's
I'm
mad.
really hesitant to think that Valve is giving this any kind of attention, and this is just blown out of proportion by people like Jim Sterling.
Oh,
Yeah.
So wait, is Steam not taking these games off?
They are. They themselves have said, you got 2 weeks to patch this out of your games, or we're going to comply. And everybody went,
It's weird.
Yeah, just mainly why, like... I was about to say, like, I can see them taking off these anime games because they don't make them a lot of money. But, like, something like Witcher, where a lot of people buy them, like...
There hasn't been any official declaration about Mass Effect 2, because that's the only one that's on Steam, or Witcher 1, 2, and 3. Mm-hmm. They haven't said anything about that.
Well, Mass Effect
people
doesn't...
actually buy those games.
Mass Effect doesn't actually have any kind of nudity, but I know Witcher has...
had titty all around.
Yeah, they got nudity in that game.
They got the titties.
But that's, like, the game. That's, like, super popular, and...
I'm going to go play it right now.
Yeah, I can't see them
So,
taking
like,
that off
what?
their
Are you going to
platform.
go to a fucking museum and be like, oh, this painting portrays the female form. I don't like it. It does not
adhere to my moral views,
Well,
please
they're
take
gonna
it
go
down.
around.
They're gonna go pick up a copy of Surfer Rosa,
They're gonna
the
get a
Pixies,
chisel,
and
they're gonna go
titties
around to
on it.
all the statues, and they're gonna
Take
cut
the
off
nipples.
all the.
This is obscene.
All the penises off the statues. They're gonna put a fig leaf on them, and this is reference to history. Everybody, okay? This is what happened back in Rome, I believe, or something.
They would chisel off people's
You know what?
dicks.
There's like a bunch of statues.
There's a word for what this company is: fascist.
All right.
That's it.
They're turning frogs gay.
No, man, these people are fucking fascist, dude.
All these fascists are in
Ethics
the water and they're drinking all my caffeine, and I'll tell you what, there's these soy boys on my street and they're taking all my money, and